Deuce close. Mastering Madden.
So in some of my last videos, I showed you guys the curl flat concept and the slant flat slant concept that allows us to get open against any type of cover 3 thrown at us. In this video, I'm going to show you an even better concept that does something similarly, but in a little bit of different way that will keep the user, off his toes and off balance, and we can always attack cover 3, always getting at least 10-15 yards on every single play. And this one actually will work nicely against cover 2 as well, so stick toward the end where I show you the little setup that you're going to want to run against cover 2. So the concept is the smash concept, and you can find it in any playbook. You're just going to go to your concepts, you're going to go to medium pass, and you're going to go near the bottom where you have smash. You're going to want to find a particular one. Okay, so you're going to want to find one with a trip side. So you have 3 wide receivers on one side of the line. One of them can be a tight end. And it's going to be like the one on the bottom here, the single back ace slot, where you have a short curl route, and then you have a corner route above it, and then you have something for the tight end. Doesn't even really matter. It's probably going to be a seam route, but it doesn't matter for us. And we're going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to show you how it works against any type of cover 3 thrown at you. You can align it to any side of the field. I like to align it to the field just to get a little bit more room for the corner route. And the only adjustment you need to do is put that curl, that hitch, actually on a zig. So you're going to put triangle, square, and left on the right stick. So nobody usually ever runs zig routes, but in this case, it's actually critical. I think this is the right way to run mesh, because it's going to suck down that flat defender. Whatever assignment he's in, curl flat, cloud flat, protect the sticks, it's going to suck him down. And then we're going to hit that corner route above that flat defender and below the cornerback. And this corner is actually really nice. It's a little bit longer, gives us a little bit more space. I think it's 2 yards longer than the normal one, but it works a lot better. And then from here you can do, doesn't matter what you want to do. What the beauty of the smash concept, it's really consistent, and it's just 2 routes. So you have 3 other players that you can do whatever you want with. You can do a flood concept there, or you can even max protect them, something like that. Okay, so you're just gonna wait for that flat defender to kind of clear, and you're gonna throw that ball. And in some cases, you can rack that and try to turn that upfield. A lot of cases you can just catch that or possession catch that or whatever. So that was a nice 10-20 easy yards, just a 2 route concept. And then of course it's gonna work nicely against hard flats. It's gonna work really nicely, if you're in a third and short, 4th and short, and you're expecting hard flat. And in that case, you could even smart route that corner, make it even shorter. But of course, it depends on which smash concept you find. So against hard flat, obviously it's gonna open up nicely. And there we are. And against cloud flats, you would think cloud flats would shut it down, because in years past, and even this year, cloud flats do a really good job of breaking up those outside breaking routes, like out routes or corner routes or whatever. But even this cloud flat is going to get sucked in by that zig route. So we're going to wait for him to clear, and we're going to throw that route. Easy 10-15 yards again. Now, it's not just the corner route that makes this work. Okay, it's that zig route that's critical. So if we have a streak here from Antonio Brown to clear out that cornerback, well, now that cloud flat has nothing really to do, and he's going to drift right underneath that corner, and he's going to make a play on the ball. So he's sinking, and in that case, he didn't animate. I think there's a really big issue in this game with defenders not animating, but he's in a position to make that play. Okay, so I just showed you against hard flat, cloud flat, and curl flat, and the one last one we want to show you against is protect the sticks. So if I'm triangle and protecting the sticks, which a lot of people do to cancel out match coverages, it works here as well. So we're gonna wait for him to get sucked down, and we're gonna throw that ball. Easy stuff, easy yards with just 2 routes. So I really like that. And then it's gonna work against baseline, obviously, baseline press. Anything you throw at it, this smash concept is gonna work nicely for you. So that's cover 3. I really like that. We'll show you against cover 2. Cover 2, you don't need a trips look, but you can keep the same one anyway, so you can use the same play, same concept, same everything against pretty much any zone coverage thrown at you. Of course, it's going to work against cover 4 as well. Cover 4 I consider similar as cover 3, so any any concepts that beat cover 3 to the side are probably going to beat cover 4 to the side. So smash, and let's go ahead and get into nickel, Tampa 2. Now for cover 2, I actually like to run this concept to the boundary. It'll still work to the field, obviously, but it's a little bit better when things are a little bit more compressed here. And we'll do the exact same thing, a zig from Antonio Brown, and that corner route from our number 2 wide receiver. And there are a number of different ways that we can set this up. So whichever one kind of works for you, and then maybe you can mix it up throughout the game if you plan on using this. But the first one is just going to be throwing to that zig route underneath. So we're going to wait for that cloud flat to sync with the corner. And we're just going to throw a forward pass lead. Now, I'm going to have to take these defensive ends off of their blitz assignments because they're absolutely insane in practice mode. I guess the devs don't really use practice modes. They don't realize how ridiculous it is, but anyway. So we'll wait for him to kind of gain a little bit of space, throw it for a forward pass lead, and we can get at the very least 5 yards. Sometimes if we turn that up, we can get 10 yards. So that's really nice. Like if you consider it almost as a run play, if you're getting 5 to 10 yards a pop, that's a really good option there. So just wait for a little bit of space to clear, forward pass lead, and then you can turn that up for a nice 10 yards every single time. That's really nice and consistent. And then, similarly, if they're running a hard flat on you, and if you expect it, 3rd and short, 4th and short, you expect a hard flat. Of course, we know this simple high-low read that we can make where we can hit this corner route above and we can get a huge gain above that. So that's a really nice high-low read that we can run where both options are actually effective. And last year it actually wasn't, though you could get space with that corner syncing with the cornerback syncing with the corner route. The 91 zone coverage was just too quick, and he'd break on that zig route before you get any sort of yardage. So that's really nice. Another thing you can actually do is you can use this hitch route and you can smart route it. Okay, so that's a 10-yard hitch, and then he's not going to get, in a lot of cases, he doesn't even get bumped by the corner, but even if he does, what's going to happen is that he's going to stop there 10 yards, and that corner is going to keep syncing with that corner route. And you can be able to hit that for a nice 10 yards, just like this. Now that's a little bit tight, so you're going to want to throw it outside pass lead, and actually if you're running this to the field, you should get even more space. So if you're running against cover 2, and if you want a quick, easy 10 yards every single time, you can also run this. Okay, so that's not bad. So you got 2 underneath options there with the zig, where you can catch it for 5 and turn, or you can do that smart routed hitch, and you can get 10 easy yards every single time. Now I should also say, if you are feeling confident, you can hit that corner route against cloud flats. Okay, so if we run the same thing, and if we go again, just put these guys on spies because they're absurd. So if you're feeling confident in your pocket, I think online, head-to-head, you shouldn't have a problem waiting a little bit longer. But what's going to happen is that cornerback is eventually going to, after he syncs with the corner route, for whatever reason, he's going to come back down and bite on that zig. And you should be able to hit that corner route for a nice chunk of yardage. So he's going to come down, and the corner route's wide open here, and you can turn that upfield for 30 yards. Okay, so if you're feeling confident, you got 30 easy yards against cover 2 every single time. So that's really nice. And another thing we're going to show, actually, let's just throw this out, is the pseudo smash concept. So I showed you guys this in a video where we still have the zig from the number 1 wide receiver, and instead of the corner from the number 2, we actually just run a fade. Okay, so this is somewhere between a corner and a streak, and then we run a streak with our number 3 just to hold that safety. And usually we can hit that Jones, that fade route with the outside pass lead and get a big chunk of yards against cover 2. So just like that. In a lot of cases, you can hit that for a touchdown, especially if you run that to the field. So yeah, that's the smash concept, guys. Again, I showed you against, it's going to work against any type of cover 3 or cover 4 thrown at you. And it's just 2 routes. You don't need anything else in that area. So that's really consistent, really nice. A nice change up with that curl flat concepts that I showed you. And then it actually works against cover 2 really nicely as well. So definitely, drop a like if that helped you. Definitely comment to see, I want to see if it's working for you guys online head-to-head. It's worked so far for me. I haven't used it too much in games, but I'm definitely going to be using it more. I'm really starting to, develop a nice passing scheme around some of these simple concepts that, years past you'd never even consider. But this year they're working out nicely. The curl flat, the smash will work in a few others. I'm sure some of the others work nicely. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.